I want to talk about today in this video about why I decided I wanted to do van life. Well, number one reason is exploration, because I like to be able to see other states. I have visited a few states like Seattle, Washington, which I've lived in for 7 years. There's a lot I love and I hate about it. I have visited Portland, Oregon, but I haven't stayed there much. It was just like in the Portland area, so I haven't really learned a lot about Portland. So. But there were a lot of interesting things there. I have lived in Maryland when I was younger, and I was I was born in California, but I'm not a Californian. I moved around in other states because my dad was in the Navy. He's retired now, so. I have lived in Florida, so I don't know if there's much I really like about Florida. I was just too little, so. I live in Arizona and I'm still here now. So I've been living here since I was 15. Even though when I was age 30, I went to live in Seattle for 7 years, so I came back down here, so that would have to be about, give or take, 17 or 18 years, I suppose. I don't know. But I like to try to see other states, to explore places there and see how things are like, learn a little bit about the history and some other things. Probably do some videos of those places too. I did do some videos on my other channel, which was exploring places in Seattle. So my second reason is because I wanted to try to save some money to be able to buy a house. Mainly, I cannot afford to live in an apartment now. I do have a job. I am homeless, but I do have a job. And I basically am just working and trying to save money as I can. I am spending a little bit, but only because of things I need, like food. I do try to buy some stuff that's from my car that I have, my Nissan. And so far I have got a couple of things that I needed. The tools, foldable lug wrench, and a jack, which is very important to have. I'm gonna try to get myself some jumper cables because I probably need those. I don't know if there's other kind of special stuff that is better than jumper cables. I don't know. I thought I heard about it, but I'm not sure. There's a lot of other stuff I want to try to get, that's especially for the whole van life thing with getting jackery. I heard about it a lot of times. I thought this sounds like a great idea. Maybe get that. I know it's going to be a huge investment, but it'd be worth getting. And I think I can afford it. Just work on saving more money as I invest in some of the stuff for now. I do plan on getting a solar panel and power cooler. I thought about getting some things to try to cook, but I don't think I want to cook inside of this because it's too small for it. And I did thought about getting like an air vent for the ceiling, but I thought, considering what I'm seeing, I'm just probably not good. Maybe for like a bigger fan, maybe. But so far the Nissan is good, and I'm planning on using that. I was told maybe I should probably get myself a trailer I can try to live in that has a bathroom and a little kitchenette, a table to sit. I look around for this stuff, but I haven't seen anything I like so far yet because it's either too big for this, or too big for the Nissan, or it would take a lot more gas, or it's too small and doesn't have some of the stuff that I need. Like, I mean, I don't have a problem with small. It's just like, say it has a little bed there and a kitchen and dining set and a little bathroom to use. That's cool. I mean, it could be a small, yet build all those things. What I would want. In the meantime, I want to try to get that sort of stuff as I try to save money for a house, because I have no desire to live in an apartment anymore. Short history in a nutshell. I've been living in apartments many times and coming back to living at my parents' place, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Mainly because of the finances. And it's not because I've been splurging on stuff like that. I have been before, but not bad. And now I'm saving money, so I'm not splurging much on anything right now. I mean, I do try to buy food. I do try to enjoy myself with a little fun here and there, playing video game maybe, but not a whole lot else. Now, I don't try to buy a whole lot of stuff, so. Especially because I thought about the possibility of buying a land. My parents have bought themselves a land, and I thought that was pretty cool. And I thought maybe I could buy myself a land, but maybe not build it all on that land, but it'd be kind of like a base where I could be able to have a trailer in, have a car in, and just be able to live on that land that's mine. I don't know if that could really work or not, but that's just one of the things, because I did talk to my parents about the land they bought. They said they're spending like thousands of dollars on things they need to get. So I'm like, okay, well, that sounds like would be a not so great investment for me. But I don't know. Yeah, I probably maybe not buy the land later on, or maybe I would, but maybe build a house on it in some much later date. Or because I do want to buy a house, and I was trying to figure out what houses I can afford to go for. So, and just my luck, if I were to pay for a house, it would have to be at the range of, like, say, about $30,000 for the house, considering my range, as well as the fact my credit is so good. So, I mean, I checked Zillow and Uvo too, and there are a lot of places that might sell houses that are very dirt cheap, but not so surprising really. That's like, say, a mobile home and townhouse and a few other things, and they look horrible. It's like mess, like boarded windows and a bunch of other stuff. I thought too, it's just like, well, it looked ugly and horrible looking, but I'll still buy it. My reason is I can, like, probably invest in repairing the home and try to build it up and try to make it more better. I could do that. Probably because I've also been playing Fixer Upper game that flip houses. So basically fix the house, flip up and sell off. So I guess that kind of thing, kind of a little inspiration to buy a home, even if it's like a mobile home or a townhouse, and try to make a preparing those stuff. So repairing them, and I thought, man, I could probably try to do that, maybe invest in that. So who knows? My other reason was I wanted to try and find a place I could live at, because I don't want to live in Arizona anymore. I mean, there's a lot of things I like about Arizona, don't get me wrong, but it's the sweltering heat I cannot stand. I've been living here for now 17 years and still cannot get used to the heat. That's just me, and I'm not trying to complain about it, because, you know, there's always going to be ups and downs. Everybody's got their own likes and dislikes. I have to hear people go like, oh, I don't like snow. I'm like, I love snow. How about we trade places? Yeah, thank you. But that's another thing. I thought, well, the reason why I want to find another place I want to live at is because, well, I want to find a place I know I can go to a workplace and I can buy a house I can afford to live in. And it's not a bad place. And it's like, say, it has some interesting stores and restaurants and stuff like that I could go to. That'd be great to do. When I was living in Seattle, they had Chinatown, which I love the place, and they have Wakimaya, Kinokuniya, Daiso, Pink Gorilla, Kisuki, all these. You probably not even know what any of those means. I'll tell you. Wakimaya is a Asian food store, and you will not find that anywhere else except in the northwest of the U.S. It's like in Seattle, Bellevue, a few other places. I forgot what they were. And they have a whole lot of variety of Asian foods, Japanese, Chinese, Vietnamese, a whole lot of other stuff. So it's a really good place to try to find some food there you like, even do some cooking and stuff. Kinokuniya is an Asian bookstore. I love going there because I love bookstores, and that was special I like because you will not find any other books like Kinokuniya has. And I was surprised to actually find out that Texas has several of these Kinokuniyas in their state. I'm just like, Texas, I have no idea. There's a lot of things I don't know anything about you, but I don't desire to live in Texas because it's just as hot as well as Arizona. So I mean, I'll visit Texas. So don't get me wrong. I like to try to see about it. It's kind of cool. Pink Gorilla is it's kind of like a GameStop, but it has a whole lot more kind of varieties of video games. Especially video games you will not find in GameStop. They actually have actual Japanese games. It's not like games that are from Japan, but actually Japanese games of its own that you will not even find English translated. It's actually kind of cool. I haven't got a chance to try those out. I think because you kind of have to need to have a specific Japanese game console. I think. I don't know. There's a lot of things I don't even know. I'm still trying to figure things out. Daiso is like the Japanese 99-cent store. It's kind of interesting. They have a lot of interesting stuff there. And I would love to try to see that place again, to try to get some stuff there I like. Ikisuki is a Japanese authentic ramen restaurant, and you need to try that place out. It is to die for. I kid you not, it's really delicious. Ramen, breaded potato, prawns, bunch of stuff that is so delicious. I really want to go back there and have some of their food again. It's just delicious stuff. Like I said, you gotta try it out. Kisuki is delicious. I think you have it some few other places. I think there's one in Illinois. I think there's probably some other place. I don't know. I forgot. Mostly it's like in Seattle and Oregon. The reason why I say all this is because I like to try to find some places that have something like those things. It's kind of fun. I kind of like to see a lot of new things I never got to try. So try them out. So I mean, it doesn't have to be Asian food stuff or Asian stuff. It could be anything. Especially because I want to try to visit places like Wyoming, Maine, Pennsylvania, a bunch of other places. I do want to say that I want to try to know some of the places that I can avoid in case of, bad things happen, like gangs or violence or guns, crimes. Try to avoid those places that really is crime infested. So, but other than that, I would like to try to visit places that I know I could go to. Those are my reasons why I want to try to find places to live, is because I want to make sure it's a place that is safe, affordable, and I could go to a workplace for that. I do want to get into a relationship again. And I hope that if I do, it'll be a relationship where we both are working and we both are taking care of things together. Because in my last one, I'm basically been the one that has to do everything. I have to do all the providing, housekeeping, and taking care of my partner. It did not go so well. I'm not gonna pretend I'm perfect or anything like that. I am basically trying to, right now, look within myself and try to figure out what it is I can do to better myself now. So, that's the thing. I know I've been segueing from my reasoning, so. Because another reason, I guess, would be something as small, like, how it really feel like to actually just live on the road, just living in a car, or even not I can live in a car and have a tent with me. It's small. People probably will say, well, that's not van life then. It's just camping. Which is, well, kind of van life kind of is to me, in a sense, but it's not that I won't try to sleep in the car. It's, right now, I've tried to actually sleep in this car. It's got stuff. It got kind of stuff, I guess because it was Arizona, and despite the fact I was in Snowflake, Arizona, it was cooler, but it still got a little stuff, so it'd probably be that I need to open the windows up to vent out, but I don't have anything to kind of filter out for any bugs, so I don't have any kind of screen for the windows. So I'm planning on getting it. In fact, I went to Joann's. I saw some fabrics that are kind of like a mesh, so I could probably try to buy some of those and make it that I could be like a sleeve over the windows, so it could be like a good ventilation for air as well as keeping bugs out. So. And I did see like a foam mattress of sorts, whatever they were calling those. So I could probably buy some of those and use those to become a bed for the back of the vehicle, for my Nissan. I did have a mattress in it, but it was like, I think it was a twin size, but it was kind of taking up the entire space in the back. So I kind of wanted one that's kind of narrow enough to just be like you just have enough space for 3 things to be there, like storage and some clothes and whatever else you want to have there, including a jackery and a bunch of other stuff I want to put there. Right now it's just like I'm kind of doing things kind of little by little at a time, trying to explore like how I can do this, how I make things better. So it didn't go off as good at first, but that's to be expected because I'm trying to kind of learn this. So it's not like, oh well, this failed the first time, so I'm just not gonna do van life then. There's a lot of things you can try to do to improve stuff. I've heard about a lot of people who are quitting van life. That's totally cool. That's a lot of people. In fact, I might not even stay on van life for long myself. I have no idea how long I will try and how long it will end. I guess it depends on a lot of things. So I'm just right now. I'm just like kind of winging it right now. I'll probably make into another video about what I'm planning on doing, but it's not concrete, so it's just thoughts I want to throw out. So right now I'm just gonna end this video because it's kind of getting a little longer than I want to do for now, but that'll be it for now. Thank you for listening. We'll talk about some other things in another video. Thank you very much.